Ladies and gentlemen, before we start today's show, I need to address something important. In last week's episode, we made a grave error regarding the age of one of our players. JV, who we proudly announced as the young one, was said to be 56 years old. Well, after some fact checking and probably some squinting at his birth certificate, we've discovered that JV is actually 59 years old. I know. We're just as shocked as you are. JV, if you're watching, we apologize. You're officially entering the old man club with the rest of the mob. So, to everyone out there, he may be the young one on the team, but let's be real. 59 isn't exactly spring chicken territory. But hey, JV, don't worry. We'll still pretend you're the cool, youthful one. Just make sure to stretch before you're round, you know? Keep those hips from locking up. All right, now that I've publicly shamed JV, let's get on with today's show. As you can see, I'm flying solo right now. Chip and Sandy aren't here yet, and I promise you, I'm not running this thing on my own. So let's cue the intro, and when we come back, we'll have the full team in place. Well, most of them.
Welcome back to Titans Tour TV, folks. We're missing someone today. You've probably noticed our dear Sandy isn't here with us. She's had a bit of an unfortunate accident.
Yeah, let's just say her new stiff shaft gave her some trouble in the bedroom. And no, I'm not talking about golf clubs.
That's right. Sandy's at home recovering after her incident. You got to be careful with those stiff shafts. They're tricky to handle if you're not used to them. She said she thought she could handle it, but I guess it turns out the shaft was a bit too much for her to manage. We're wishing her a speedy recovery and maybe a softer shaft next time.
In the meantime, we've got Duff stepping in to take her place. Duff, how are you feeling about filling in for Sandy? You think you can handle the stiff competition?
Well, I'm no Sandy, but I'll do my best to fill her shoes and her seat without breaking anything. But I'm definitely going to leave the stiff shafts to the professionals unless you boys have a couple going spare.
All right. Enough about stiff shafts. Let's get to the real reason we're here today. The team we're introducing this week. It's time to meet the wild cards of the Titans Tour, the Renegades.
That's right. If you thought the mob were unpredictable, wait until you get a load of these guys. The Renegades play fast, loose, and without a care in the world. Led by Ross Snell, Ricky's wilder, riskier older brother, this team doesn't follow the rules. In fact, I'm pretty sure they don't even know what the rules are.
Yeah, Ross is the guy who'll go for the green in one on a par 5 just because he feels like it. If there's a risk to take, the Renegades will take it, and probably with a grin on their faces while they do it.
Exactly. They're the team that'll make you laugh, make you cry, and make you wonder how they're still in the tournament. But somehow, they manage to pull it off, most of the time. They've got a go big or go home attitude, and trust me, they've gone home and big more times than we can count.
And of course, with Ross leading the charge, you know there's bound to be some chaos. He's been a wild card since day one. If there's trouble on the course, you can bet Ross is at the center of it.
All right, let's stop talking about them and let the video do the talking. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to introduce the Renegades.
Leading the charge for the Renegades, it's Ross Snell. This guy's got everything. The gear, the swing, and the swagger. Left-handed and lethal, Ross does exactly what it says on the track, man. No risk is too great, and no shot too bold for this fearless captain. Then we've got Chris Mansfield, the quiet one, or so you think. He's an enigma on the course, all focus and no flash, until you hand him a beer. That's when the wild side comes out. Beware of the beast that awakens after a pint. And now, Kevin Smith, the worst golfer on the tour. But hey, he makes up for it in personality. Kevin loses more balls than he brings, but who cares when you've got the best Turkish teeth money can buy? And when he's at the bar, it's beers for everyone and a case of sun-kissed fake tan for him. Cheers to that. Lastly, we have Darren Samways, the man who could moan for England. Ginger, boring, and never lets you forget about his back pain. Seriously, every swing comes with a groan. He could fit right in with the mob, but let's face it, they've probably had enough of his complaints. Whether he's grumbling about his score or the weather, one thing's for sure. Darren's got a bad back and no shortage of reasons to tell you all about it.
Well, there you have it. The Renegades, folks, led by Ross Snell, the man that has more tech than a Dixon Superstore or a radio rentals if you're the mob. His left-handed approach to the game is certainly a new one. The boy can swing, but he can also pick a fight with the TrackMan stats. This is going to be sensational, but let's be real. This week's show is all about Kevin Smith and those sparkling Turkish teeth.
Oh yeah, Kevin. I've lost more balls than I brought Smith. This man will keep all pro shops in service for years with the amount of balls he buys, and also they have to as white as those amazing straight edges he has. He's probably blinded half the tour with those bad boys. And don't forget the fake tan. He's got that Ibiza glow year round.
Oh, darlings, let's talk about those teeth. Kevin, sweetheart, you could light up a city with that smile. Turkish dentists really do the best work. Kevin, if you're watching, call me, Sweet Cheeks. I need to know your beauty secrets. Those teeth, that tan. I'm obsessed. And with that Keir Starmer look, you could PM me all day.
Careful, Duff. You're going to give Kevin an even bigger head. He might start thinking he's the latest prime minister instead of the worst golfer on the tour.
Yeah, but between the teeth, running the country and buying more balls, I'm not sure you are ready for him. Oh, I lost another ball. Oh, my fake tan is fading. But the teeth are still shining.
Oh, but come on, boys. There's just something about Kevin, isn't there? But those teeth, I'm just saying, I could definitely get used to that smile around here.
All right. Enough about Kevin's dental plan. Let's talk about another one of the Renegades, Darren Samways, the one who complains more than the mob. Who knew that was even possible?
Oh, Darren, he's like the honorary member of the mob with the way he moans. Back pain this, back pain that. The only thing more consistent than his golf game is his ability to find something to complain about.
Oh, poor Darren. He may be ginger, and yes, he's boring, and he's always moaning. And don't get him started on the back pain. But darling, you're not that old. Maybe you just need a little stretch, a massage. I'd be happy to help.
Oh, I'm sure Darren would love that. He'd complain about the massage too. Too much pressure, Duff. My back.
Yeah, and then after his round, you'll find him in the clubhouse, moaning, of course, while Kevin's over there flashing his teeth and handing out bottles of beer and fake tan like it's Christmas.
Well, I wouldn't mind being on Kevin's gift list. A little tan, a little shine. Oh, I could sparkle on this set, boys.
All right, Duff. Let's keep it together. We've still got to talk about the others, like Chris, the Enigma Mansfield. He's quiet until he's had a drink. Then it's all downhill from there.
Yeah, Chris is the guy who will be dead silent the whole round. And then you blink and suddenly he's on top of the bar singing karaoke after one beer.
Oh, Chris, darling, why are you hiding that wild side? I love a man with a little mystery. But seriously, boys, between Kevin's teeth, Darren's moaning, and Chris's wild side, we've got quite the team with the Renegades.
Yep. Ross has got his hands full with that lot. He will probably have to invest in some new AirPods, a tanning booth, and some sort of robotic masseuse to keep these in line. He has a mixture of crazy.
Let's just hope he's get a good pair of AirPod Pros for all that moaning from Darren, and maybe some sunglasses for Kevin's glow.
Oh, boys, I can't wait to see them on the course. But let's be honest, they'll be lighting up the clubhouse more than the scoreboard.
All right, folks, that's it for this week. Stay tuned for more Titans Tour action. And remember, if you see Kevin Smith on the course, don't forget your sunglasses.
And your earplugs for Darren's moaning.
Bye-bye, darlings, and remember, always keep those teeth sparkling like Kevin.